if you have clicked on this video, it is likely that you have something about your life that you want to change over the next year, over the next 12 months. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the things that I have done to transform my life in a short period of time, and I hope you found it helpful. I am currently in Chamonix Mont Blanc, and I'm about to do some skiing, so that is the attire. I don't know if you guys probably can't see because I'm not very good at lighting and stuff, but we actually have Mont Blanc in the background. So to begin your life transformation, you're going to need to be clear on why you want a life transformation and what areas of your life you are looking to transform. So I typically split my life into 5 areas, and what I would do is do a full audit on each area of your life and kind of just give yourself a rating, and that will help you to identify the parts of your life that probably need a little bit of work. So once you've kind of completed this self-assessment, then you need to be clear on what you actually want your life to look like. You need to make sure that the vision that you are visualizing is your own. Make sure that it is not influenced from anything that you have seen or what you think this area of your life should look like, but what you truly want. And I always say this, but I just think it's so important, especially in this day and age of social media. It's so easy for us to adopt other people's goals. We see someone achieve something, and so we think that, okay, in order to be happy, we have to achieve those things as well. But like, if you really want to have a complete life transformation where you feel like, yes, I am living the life that I want to live, you need to make sure that the vision, the dreams, the goals that you are chasing are your own. And if you are struggling with that, I would definitely recommend take a social media break, maybe for 7 days, 3 days, whatever. When you're in that period of visualizing what you want your life to look like, clear out all the distractions, all the noise, so that you can ensure that all the voices you have in your head and everything that you are hearing is your own voice. And then when you set the goal as well, ask yourself, okay, why do I want to achieve this? Why do I want to be in a relationship? Why do I want to move jobs? And then the way you turn a vision into a reality is you have an action plan behind it, and then that vision now becomes a goal once you have that action plan. And I've already done a video on how to achieve all of your goals, so that is definitely you need to watch that video if you are watching this one. But it's just about how you take a goal and how you actually create a system and a framework behind each and every single goal that you make to ensure that you actually achieve it. The next tip I want to give you guys is, if you are going to transform your life, and if you truly believe that you can transform your life, you have to take full ownership over everything that is your life right now, okay? You can't keep blaming your mom, you can't keep blaming the government, you can't keep blaming the country, you can't keep blaming whatever situation that you are in. You need to be able to take full ownership and say, you know what, this life that I'm living is a reflection of the actions that I am taking. And we even study this in psychology as well. Those who have an internal locus of control, they are more likely to be successful than people who have an external locus of control. If you guys have never heard of these phrases before, I would definitely research them, because basically the whole essence of it is people who love to blame other people for why their life is the way it is are less likely to be successful. One thing that you need to learn is taking ownership for your life doesn't mean that you are to blame for everything that has gone wrong. If unfortunately someone has passed, or if unfortunately you ended up in an accident, or unfortunately you have some mental health issues, or whatever the situation might be, that is not your fault, right? Taking ownership doesn't mean that you are at fault. It just means that this thing has happened to you, and you are now taking ownership of what you are going to do from here on out. Guys, this point is super important, because I cannot deal with people who love to make excuses and who love to blame everyone. This is even something that I try to teach my little brothers, and it takes a lot of self-reflection to do this. But if you find that you are someone who is always blaming other people, and you genuinely feel like everything is everyone else's fault, I would definitely recommend picking up the book The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep. It doesn't sound like it would be for that cause, but there is a huge chapter on there on taking responsibility for your own life. If you are someone who struggles with blaming other people for the way your life is, this might be one of the hardest things that you have to do, because this is a renewal and transforming of the mind. I really wanted to change. One of the verses that stuck with me was I think it was literally be transformed by the renewal of your mind. It's so simple, but transformation starts in your mind. If you don't change your thinking patterns, the way you think, the way you process things, you cannot be transformed. One podcast, another resource that I'll recommend for you guys, if you really realize that a lot of you're lacking in the area of your mindset, your mindset is where the issues are, is Brooke Castillo's The Life Coach School podcast. She does a lot of content on the transforming of the mind and how to change your thought processes about certain things. Highly recommended. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, if you want to transform your life, your main focus has to be you, okay? You cannot spend more time discussing other people's lives, thinking about other people's lives than you think and discuss about yourself, right? And you might think, oh, well, this is not me. If you spend more time on social media than you would like to, it is likely that you are spending a lot more time looking at other people's lives or taking entertainment from other people's lives than you are actually spending on your own life. If you spend a lot of your time gossiping about other people, you are probably also more focused on other people's lives than you are your own life. You cannot transform your life if you are focused on other people. I remember like when I was doing my driving a couple years ago, my driver used to say like, wherever your eyes go, that's where the car is going to go. So even if I think I'm holding the steering wheel straight, but I'm looking over that way, the car is eventually going to steer that way. And that's what happens when you focus on other people and not yourself. If you find yourself comparing yourself to other people a lot, you are also in that bracket of you are focused more on other people's lives than your own life. Just visualize a scale over here, like this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis, there's a 0, there's minus 100, and then there's 100, right? What we do as people is if we see somebody on level 70 and we see somebody on level 50, we automatically assume that the person on level 70 is doing so much better than the person on level 50. What we don't see when it comes to comparison is that person who is on level 70, they might have started off their life circumstances might have started them off on level 69. So them going to level 70, they've jumped up 1 point, right? Someone who is at 50, they may have started at 30 and have jumped up 20 points. But what we do is we only see the outcome, right? Oh, but this person already has a house. Oh, but this person already has that job. Oh, but this person is already in a relationship. You don't know where they've started. Equally, there could have been someone who started off at minus 70 and they are now on 10, right? They have done the biggest life improvement, the life jump that more so than the other two examples that I've just given. But what we do in life is we just compare where the people are standing right now. We don't add all of that contextualization into it. That's why comparison just doesn't work. Like, you don't ever know the full story, and you don't need to know the full story, because some people take that example and then they start blaming people, say, oh, well, you have this privilege, oh, well, you have that privilege. Stop focusing on what other people have and start looking at what you have. One of the things that I did that really transformed my life, you guys, I took a blank piece of paper and I wrote down everything that I had to my advantage, and I also had another blank piece of paper, and I also took down everything that was a quote-unquote disadvantage for me. And I literally was going through and saying, okay, how can I make full use of this advantage? How can I make full use of this advantage? And when I took my disadvantages as well, I also did the same thing. How can I make full use of the fact that I don't have X, Y, and Z? So to give you guys some practical examples, I took the fact that I came from a crap school, and I was like, okay, cool, like, how do I use this to my advantage? Because you can easily sit there and be like, I come from a crap school, of course I can't get into the best universities. Oh, in this country, you have to be rich to do this, you have to be rich. And I was like, okay, cool, I come from a crap school. This is great, because now I can contextualize the academic achievements that I have, and I would make sure that people know, when I was making my applications to uni, etc., I would make sure that it was known, excuse me, I got these grades, and I went to a school where, you know, it was only 50% of people got 5 A star to C. I would make sure that it was very, very clear what these disadvantages were, and I would use those to my advantage. Even like from the fact that coming from a low socioeconomic background, I always speak about the fact that I did so much when I was growing up, right? I did like a full tour of like all of the Ivy Leagues. I went to so many summer schools at LSE, Cambridge, Oxford, and this was because I was looking at programs that were specifically for people from low socioeconomic backgrounds, and there were things that I could have access to because of my disadvantage. So never sleep on the things that aren't going well right now. Even, let's just say, for example, you have a particular fitness goal. Let's say you're super overweight or you're super underweight. That in itself can be a career nowadays. This complete life body transformation, put it on social media, and that can become your whole career. How many people have we seen do that, right? They take something that other people will sit around and say, oh my god, like, I really hate the way I look right now, and just complain and blame this and blame that and blame that. Whereas other people are taking that and say, let me turn this into something great for myself. Even advantages, do the same thing. Another thing that you should definitely do if you want to transform your life is to change what you are consuming. People always say, like, you know, you are what you eat, and that's not just for food. That is for the entertainment sources that you take in, the people that you have around you, the places that you go. If you want to become more positive over the next 12 months, you need to consume more positive content and get rid of all the negative stuff. I remember I spoke about this before previously, but when I was going through, I've had many life transformations. At one point I was having another life transformation, maybe around uni time, and I had to completely change everything that that I was consuming. I unsubscribed from so many YouTube channels, so many YouTube channels. I unfollowed so many people on social media. I have so many things blocked. I have the Shade Borough blocked. I'm sorry, but I just don't like negativity. I don't like gossip. I don't like all of that stuff. The thing is, things that happen that you need to know, you will still know, because someone will either call you and bring it up, or someone will repost it. So you still kind of see these things, but I just don't want it to be what I consume on a daily basis. I think sometimes we don't realize the effect what we are consuming has on us, but like if you actually pay attention to it, it's actually quite severe. Like, have you ever like met someone and you thought, like, let's say something like their terminologies that they use was like quite bizarre and quite different, and you thought to yourself, oh, why does this person speak like that? And then eventually you find yourself ending up speaking like that, or you find yourself picking up the same phrases that that person uses. Or even just if you're on TikTok a lot, right? You know that you eventually start picking up TikTok and you just start saying stuff that you saw, and it just comes to mind because that's what you're consuming, that's what comes out. And so if you're looking for a life transformation, you need to clear out anything that you are consuming that isn't conducive to the life that you want to create. And then sometimes we think that because we are aware of negativity, we are above it. Like, oh my God, this thing is so negative, this thing is so negative. And you think that because you can identify that it's negative, that it's not also affecting you and making you become negative. But trust me, it is. Because I remember, like, when I was going through another life transformation again, I would always complain about a certain group of friends and how negative they were and how negative they were. But I didn't realize that me complaining consistently about how negative something was making me also negative for people who I was complaining to, right? It's best that you just cut these things out, clear them out, so that you just don't have them within your vicinity. Think about your friendships. You also might want to do a digital clear out as well. What things are you consuming on your phone, on TV? Once you clear out stuff, you will kind of create a vacuum, right? And you need to replace the things that you've cleared out with where you want to be. If you unfollow from all of these YouTube channels that don't serve you might want to replace that with YouTubers that you like, that actually inspire you. And when it comes to filling yourself up with things that are helpful and actually contribute towards you progressing, I would highly recommend you guys check out Skillshare. This is one of the places that I love to go to learn. Skillshare is an online community with loads of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity and learn new skills. I actually have a class on there called Balancing Your Side Hustles with Your Full-Time Job, a short practical guide, and obviously this is one of my favorite classes. Also, a lot of my favorite creators on there as well that I love to follow, like Ali Abdaal, Erin on Demand. Anything that you are thinking of that you want to create in the new year, definitely check out Skillshare. You will get a month free, you guys. So if you want to use that for the whole of December as you prepare for January, the first 1,000 people to click the link in my description box will get a free trial of Skillshare. I also started listening to podcasts as well when I've been going on my life transformation journey. Anytime I want to transform any area of my life, I will typically pick up a book and a podcast as opposed to YouTube videos, because books, podcasts, or even classes like those on Skillshare, they go in depth, and I think that's kind of what you need if you want to undergo a full transformation of some sort of area. I'll pop my favorite, some of my favorite podcasts on the screen. However, as this is going on the screen, what I want to say is a lot of the time when we see people that we like and admire, we tend to want to follow their results and copy their results instead of focusing on the process. And on the point of focusing on you and putting you at the center of your life when it comes to your transformation, it's more important, it's more useful and helpful for you if you think about the process and try to copy the process as opposed to the result. So you can't just go and subscribe to all the podcasts that someone else is listening to, because that might not be what you need, right? When it comes to people that you see online, even when you replace the stuff with the good stuff, make sure that you're focusing on the process and the mindset and the principles that they are talking about. Definitely also something about changing up your environment as well. I did a video, I put it on the screen, about like my leveling up journey, and that was another transformation that I went on. And I know that during that process, switching up my room, there was just something about changing the environment that really helped to, I guess it was kind of like an outward confirmation of what was going on the inside. So that might be something that you might consider, changing up things physically as you go into the new year. If you want to transform your life over the next couple of months, this is going to be it, you guys. And that is that you need to make it as easy as possible for you to become the person that you want to be, and you need to make it as hard as possible for you to stay the person that you no longer want to be. When it comes to creating barriers to no longer be the person that you want to be, I'll just give you some practical examples, right? If there are some people that you know you no longer want to talk to, changing your number, changing your SIM, blocking them, stuff like that that make it hard to go back, right? If there are some things that you no longer want to eat in this year, if you want to change up the way, you know, your diet and stuff, don't buy those things. Make it as hard as possible for you to stay the person that you no longer want to be. And on the opposite spectrum, you need to make it as easy as possible for you to become this new person. So if you just completely change your subscriptions on YouTube, then now when you log into YouTube, all you're going to see is that new is the videos related to the person that you want to become. Some of the things that I did when I really wanted to change my health and fitness, I made sure that I actually subscribed to the gym in my building, because I had no excuse. If I'm going to work every day and the gym is a couple floors down, I have no excuse. I'm eliminating any barriers. What I would also do as well is I would bring at least like 5 different workout outfits, and I'll put them in my work locker, and I would always make sure that I wore trainers to work, so that I have no excuse. My clothes are at work, I wear trainers to work every day. And then another thing that I did as well is get a personal trainer, and that just makes it harder for me to just quit and say, oh, I don't really want to go to the gym, when I have somebody who is depending on me, who is waiting for me, who I've paid for, right? It just makes it hard for me to say no. The most important thing is that you do these things consistently. Consistency is the key to all of it. If you do these things consistently for a year, trust me, your life will transform. Once you put all of these things into place, it's already happening. You just need to do it every single day and long enough so that you can see the compound effects of the decisions that you are making. And the last thing that I will say as well is think about things that you can do every single day to align with the person that you are trying to become, so that you're always in that mindset, right? You guys know that I have my daily habits that I like to do that are all lined up with the person that I'm trying to become. So whether it's reading and praying, that kind of gets me centered and refocused on myself and improving and being a better person, and etc. And obviously I try to work out every single day. Great for clearing my mind, but also great for giving me confidence and making me feel a lot more confident in my body. Think about what you can do every single day that gets you focused on that transformation. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video useful. Definitely check out Skillshare. I'll leave the link in my description box, and I'm wishing you guys the best next 12 months ever. Bye.